Hello. I expected you didn't expect to see me so soon, and neither did I expect to be doing a video so soon. However, I was this evening watching Mr. Scotch Pie, and then I watched Mr. Rick Shaw, and I kind of found a commonality there. Two things people had got wrong. And they were saying like, right, so I got this wrong, and so I'm gonna have to do this, or I got this wrong, and now I'm changing to this, and it got me thinking, and so I have a new thing for people to do. I don't know how to call these, what to call these things. Like, two things you got wrong, two things you got right in brewing, and I'll start obviously as the person that's instigating this little game, I suppose. First thing I ever got wrong was when I first started brewing all grain, I did my very first brew was a kit brew. So I did that, it was fine, it was brilliant. It was actually Landlord, and it turned out nice, and I loved it, and it was great, and I was like, oh my god, all grain is the way forward. However, at that point, I was so arrogant in my abilities that I then decided that I needed to do the Smash Beer competition, organised by David Lucas Phillips. And I think it's David Phillips, say. And whilst I'm on, very sorry to hear about your mum, by the way. So yeah, he organised the Smash Beer competition originally, and it was his thing. So I did that, and I did what I called Dance to the Melanie. I think that was the one I was doing. It was using Huell melon hops, and I used a recipe from the Bible, funnily enough, and it was the pale ale. I think their pale ale thing. So it was just single Maris Otter and Huell melon the whole way through. However, I never ever thought to take into consideration alpha acids. I had no idea about alpha acids or anything to do with alpha acids, so I just chucked in the same amount of Huell melon as was supposed to be in the recipe that I'd seen. That was, God knows what that was for. Could have been anything. And I didn't take into account anything to do with alpha acids. It wasn't till sort of during the people's tastings and stuff I thought, do you know what? Maybe that's relevant. So that was my first fuck up. Absolute thing I did completely wrong in brewing. So the first thing I got right in brewing was get a fridge and make it into a fermentation fridge. Just have a fermentation chamber for fermenting. Fermenting, I think I said. Yeah. So, fermenting at a set temperature. It's probably the very first thing I got right in brewing, and is the very most. It is one of the most important things to do. So yeah. This fucking Dunkel is absolutely stunning, I'll tell you. By the way, this is the glass we got this year at the Lions Festival Cask Beer Festival. They're 12th. Very nice it is too. Yeah, so that's the first two. So the second thing I think I got wrong was, and this is probably going to be a bit controversial in a way, I think buying this, how do I put it? Buying that was wrong. I was at a juncture. The kitchen was getting stripped. I had my original firm fridge in the kitchen. It was an old 40 quid fridge. I converted. I had all the bits and did an STC 1000. I had a greenhouse heater in there doing buckets, and it seemed great. Though I have to say, it needed to change one way or the other. And I was looking at putting a firm fridge in here, but I hadn't noticed. I hadn't taken notice. And Dr. Hans, I think, was there cheering on the sidelines constantly, like this, waving at everybody and myself, and I didn't take much notice of pressure fermenting, and I didn't get involved. I didn't think about it, and so I went with that, and then a bit later, another £800, whatever, on the glycol chiller, and that's over £1,000, over £1,000, and I still am not quite happy with the idea of having zero oxygen while I transfer. Moving from the fermenter to the keg, I don't think I'm getting the full quality transfer, and that is a big kick up the ass. I think I fucked up there. I really do. As I said, that may be controversial. I'm still like, should I have gone with a pressure fermenter and just a fermentation fridge in here? I could have done it. I could have sorted it, and I was torn between the two ideas, and I went with the Grainfather conical fermenter with the heating element, and then the glycol chiller for the chilling and all that. And I think I rue that decision because I didn't take enough time to consider that option of pressure fermenting, etc. So that, I think, is my second fuck up in brewing. Big, that for me, I think, is a big one. My second thing I say is just like, yep, I would never go back from it. It's absolutely brilliant. Is a Keyser. Absolutely a Keyser. You can call it a kegerator. You can have a kegerator, Keyser, whatever. Moving from bottling to a Keyser, it's just bang. Different level. On tap beer, and chilled and carbonated. No fucking hours and hours of bottling. I know, and this is something that I've always wondered about it. The bottling. Yes, there's oxygen involved and transfer of oxygen, etc. With normal bottling, with the wand and all that. Now I have the eyeball, is it the eye tap thing? And wow, that is bottling. But to do that, I have to have a Keyser and everything in the keg and everything else. So that's a different type of bottling whatsoever compared to just general bottling with secondary fermentation and all that palaver and sugars and getting that right, and fuck off. So that is my two decisions I made correctly, I feel, and two fuck ups, I feel. So I'm really interested to see what yours are. Let me know what you think about mine in the comments below. Blah 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 and all that stuff. And yeah, okay, I'm gonna go back to drinking beer now. It's only Thursday. It's not even Thursday, is it? I'm saying this is Thursday. It's fucking Wednesday still. Anyway, cheers. Fucking lovely beer this. Absolutely stunning. Oh man, that's what Dunkels are. I think I might move to Germany. If you got this far, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.